mouth, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, maybe the shoes, maybe the team.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
For first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Ravens. 47 yards.
First and 10.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10.
Tackle made.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 72 yards. And his pass incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
line of scrimmage. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
By the Steelers.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Smith. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
2-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And the Steeler first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
33.
Well, this run defense gets an F so far. They're letting this guy carve them to shreds in the first quarter of play. He's already hit the 100-yard mark.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Taken down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith sliding out of the pocket. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 21-0 our score after 1.
Ravens nothing.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Flushed out right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Here we go. I got 11. He's kill it. They four-toe kill it. Single receiver.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Complete.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
At the 20-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up. First and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
The extra point is good.
Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Number 33.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Made by Dante Fowler.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Juju Smith-Schuster on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 27, Wentz. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now is Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, watch.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Smith throwing again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Smith. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Ravens.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Ravens 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now
on play action. It's Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
Makes the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40. He's at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
The 25-yard line.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards on the ground. Off of play action, here's Smith. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Goal, Pittsburgh.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Exit, exit. Shoot. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
34-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 40.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Taken down at the 40.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Now fourth down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at the... In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. He's going to rifle one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Baltimore.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
23-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens, they claw one back. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
63. Ravens.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2000
through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10.
Marlon Humphrey.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 68 yards on the ground. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick 6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick 6s in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, You're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he powers his way up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they take a knee. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So that one will be accepted. On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Second down and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
good, T. Can't turn the ball over. Might have to stick to the running game. What you doing on that, T?